You can't tell everyone your plans. So, guys, we're just going to talk about this today. You see, many times in life, many of us, we have plans. We have plans on being successful. We have dreams and goals that we want to pursue. We have dreams and goals that we want to go after. You know, many of us, including myself, we want to be successful. We want to be blessed. Many of us, including myself, we did not grow up always the greatest neighborhood. Many of us come from neighborhoods that's not really that desirable compared to other parts of America and other parts of other countries. You know, some people they grew up in different ghettos. You know, some people grew up in, some people grew up in New York City. Some people grew up in Detroit. Some people grew up in Southside Chicago, Westside Chicago, New Orleans, South Central Los Angeles, whichever part of the US or whichever part of the world you're from. You know, many of us, including myself, we did not always grow up in the best conditions. But many of us, despite all that, we have dreams and goals to make it out. We have dreams and goals to go to further levels of life. We have dreams and goals to succeed and take our family out and provide a better life for our own parents, provide a better life for our siblings. So you can't tell everybody your plans. You have to understand this. Not everybody's gonna be happy for you. Not everybody's gonna be proud of you. Some people gonna be covetous. Some people gonna be angry. You see, you got people who got crabs in a bucket mentality. They don't want to come out the ghetto. They don't believe they can make it out, so they want you to stay. They don't believe they could be something in life, so they believe that you should not want to be something in life. You ever tell some people your plans? You tell some people your plans that you want to be successful, that you want to grow up and be great in life. You want to be the next doctor. You want to be the next lawyer. You want to be the next entrepreneur that takes your business to the next level, that brings something that society has never seen. You ever have some people to where they're point they just doubt you? They say, "Oh man, you crazy. What do you want to do all of that for?" Oh, they'll laugh and say, "Oh, that's nice," and they'll just cut the conversation short. Or they go try and talk about something else. You see, you have to understand that not everybody's gonna be happy for you. Not only that, but you're gonna have some people to where they do believe that you can make it out, but guess what? It's gonna turn to jealousy. It's gonna turn into hate. Instead of them being proud of you, instead of them being happy for you, some people be so jealous to the point they'll try and rob you or kill you. You have some people to the point that you'll be on the verge of making it out. And some people, they'll come and they'll try to get you in trouble on purpose. You ever see some people to where they're on the verge of victory and all of a sudden they just mess up? I've seen so many stories of people who are basketball players, potential football players. They were the next potential NBA star, next potential NFL star, next potential singer coming up, music artists, and guess what? Instead of staying out the way, many of them always get themselves in trouble. They go to the bars, they go to the clubs, they go to the parties, and they know that many people in town or their city know who they are. They know that many people have heard about them. Many of them heard their music, they've seen their skills, they know that they're a great basketball player, a great football player, whatever it is that person is doing, and they know that their name is known in many parts of town, in many parts of their city, and yet they go to these places knowing that there could be potential haters, knowing that there could be potential people who are envious, and yet they still go. You see, I don't understand a lot of people. You have to understand that when it comes to your plans, you gotta be able to make sure that your dream comes to pass. You see, God can give you a dream. I did a message about this. God gave you that dream. You see, God can give you a dream. But guess what? You gotta make sure that you stay in the course of that dream. Faith without works is dead. You gotta understand that when you got plans, you gotta stay out the way. You gotta stay away from certain environments. You gotta stay away from certain people. This is another reason why you can't tell everybody your plans. Because some people try and destroy your plans. You know, some people, they'll try and get you in trouble on purpose. You'll be a type of person to where you minding your business. You ain't got no issue with nobody. You going about your day. You going about your night as you head home. Guess what? You be walking on the street and somebody recognize who you are. And they'll bump into you on purpose. They'll probably bump your shoulder. They'll probably walk up to you and step on your shoes on purpose. This is all being done on purpose many times. You know why? Because they try and get you to react. They try and get you to react in an aggressive manner. So guess what? Now you guys fight. The police come. Now you're arrested. Now your whole possible career is probably over. Now your name is tarnished. Or you fight or you say something aggressive to them. Guess what? Next thing you know, they might pull out a weapon. They might pull out a knife or a gun. Next thing you know, you have to now run for your life. And many times, many people don't even make it. See, you have to understand that when you got plans, when you got dreams and goals and make it out, you gotta learn how to avoid trouble. You gotta know that sometimes people will try and test you on purpose because they don't want you to succeed. They want you to be stuck at the bottom like them. They want you to have a felonies attached to your record. They want you to be in and out of jail. They want you to be stuck in a block all day smoking, go nowhere in life, standing inside of a street corner all day, not doing nothing productive. Many people don't want you to succeed. So you gotta understand that when you got plans, when you got dreams and goals to make it out, you could tell very few people. Be careful of telling your friends. Be careful of telling your family members. Be careful of telling your classmates. Cause not everybody gonna be happy for you. Some people gonna want to see you destroy yourself. And then guess what? You got some people to where they're destiny killers. You see, you got some people to where they'll kill your destiny and purpose, not through words like them downing you or belittling you, but they'll kill your word. They'll kill your destiny by not only trying to get you in trouble, but also trying to steal your destiny away from you. You see, you might be on the verge of buying that nice house down the block. And you telling everybody around your neighborhood, hey, I'm about to buy that house. That's a good steal. It's cheap money. 400,000, 500,000. That's good money right there. Next you know, somebody hears your plans. And guess what? They probably had no intention of buying no house before. Now they'll go run and try and buy that house. They would probably go to their job, start doing more overtime. They'll probably get a second or third job. Probably start up a couple businesses, start up a couple side hustles. Next thing you know, they now have more money than you to put down that house. Next thing you know, the real estate now takes them over you for that house. You see, that person, they tried to steal your dream from you. They're destiny killers. They're destiny swappers, I should say. They try to swap your destiny from you. They try to take what was yours. You ever tell some people your plans and next thing they try and do it themselves? You ever tell somebody that you plan on becoming a music artist? Next thing you know, they're doing music when they had no interest in it before. You ever tell somebody that you plan on becoming a next entrepreneur, you plan to open up 5 businesses, then all of a sudden that person opened up the exact same businesses that you said. You said you want to open up and, if you're a woman, a nail salon. Next, that person try to open up a nail salon. You talk about you want to open up a nice Jamaican restaurant, for example, or a nice soul food restaurant. Next you know, that person doing Jamaican restaurants. They doing soul food restaurants when they had no plans and no interest in doing it before. This is why you can't tell everybody your dream, because you have some people, they're trying to snatch your dream away from you. Because you were probably going to be the only person in town selling that food. The only person in your city selling that food. Next thing you know, guess what? That person tried to steal your dream. They open those restaurants. Now you have competition. Now you have to fight to get customers. Now you have to fight and get money into your business. You see, some people, they just try and kill your dream. They don't want to see you succeed, some people. You have to understand that this is a real world that we're in. This is a real world to where many people, they're filled with demons. They're filled with demons of jealousy. They're filled with demons of hatred. They want to just be walking around covetous towards people, wanting to what people got, trying to take away what people got. There's another reason why you should not tell somebody your plans. You might have plans to, you probably got a nice wedding coming up. God led you to your God-ordained spouse, your God-ordained wife if you're a man, your God-ordained husband if you're a woman. Next thing you know, you see somebody, you tell some people that you're getting married, you tell some people who your spouse is. Some people be trying to steal your spouse behind your back. You tell one of your homeboys that, hey, I'm marrying that. I'm marrying Shanique, for example. I'm marrying Shanique tomorrow. Man, it's about to be a beautiful wedding. Next thing you know, when you leave, your homeboy texting Shanique behind her back if they could get together. Next thing you know, you're a woman. You tell one of your homegirls you marrying that guy. You marrying that guy who you've been seeing for a while. For example, let's say his name is Chad. You marrying Chad. Next thing you know, one of your homegirls going behind your back. Try to talk to Chad. You see, some people, they try to steal your dream. They try to ruin what God got for you. They try to ruin your God-ordained blessings. This is why not everybody needs to know your dreams. Not everybody needs to know your plans. Keep some stuff to yourself. If you have dreams that make out the ghetto, you can't tell everybody. Because like I said, you got crumbs in a bucket mentality. What you got to do is just build up. Whatever you got to do to get out. Whatever you got to do in a good, righteous way, I should say. Not just doing anything by any means. Because that would include criminal activity. When I say do what you got to do, I'm talking about stuff that's legal and right in the sight of God. Things like going to school, going to college, having a nice job right afterwards, starting your own business, that type of stuff. And then when you save up enough money, you build up enough bread, you take your family, you take whoever you got with you, your spouse, fiance, your parents, your siblings, and you just get out. You ain't got to go around telling the whole block, because that's how jealousy starts. That's how envy starts. Because not everybody wants to come out. Some people want to stay stuck at the bottom. Some people want to stay not doing nothing with their life. Some people just want to stay living in poverty. So people who got that type of mindset, whether you're family members or friends, co-workers, classmates, whoever, you got to stay away from those people because they can't be trusted. Because they will see you ambitious, they will see you succeed, excelling in life, and they will start to hate. Now, when they start to hate, you don't know what type of hatred they're gonna come with. They could just be just regular hatred. They could just be a typical hatred that many people have, which is not good, by the way. I'm not condoning it, but typical hatred where people they just jealous, but they're not gonna redo nothing by it. They just hate you behind closed doors. They're not gonna re-say nothing to you. But then you got the other types of hate, to where people actually trying to take your life. They're trying to rob you. So to just avoid not knowing what type of people you're gonna run into, it's just best to keep some dreams and goals to yourself. Cause I'm telling you, you would think some people are your friends, you would think people are your blood family and they love you and all that. But a lot of times when they see you excelling in life and being ambitious and excelling, that's when you see a lot of people's real intentions come out. That's when you see a lot of people's real, their true identity come out. Because sometimes you don't know who people are. You could be friends with somebody for years, 5 years, 10 years. You could be blood relatives, your cousins, your aunts, uncles, all your whole life. Your guys are blood relatives. You were born into that family. Next thing you got dreams and goals, you got plans. All of a sudden, they start to hate on you now. All of a sudden, they jealous of you now. Be smart, guys. You can make it. But just be smart who you tell your stuff to. I'm not saying you guys stay silent everybody about everything, but just tell it to a person who going in the same direction as you. At least tell it tell it to a person who's ambitious like you, who wants to be successful, who does not want to just stay stuck at the bottom. You want to go with people who are going along the same path as you. You want to go with people who are also wanting to excel, wanting to succeed, wanting to get out the ghetto, wanting to get to a better environment, wanting to have their own house, their own cars, wanting to have their own everything, their own business, their own jobs. So guys, will just be smart. We all many of us want to be successful, but we got to put those plans. God gave us that vision, but we got to make sure that we stay true to it and keep haters away from us. Because haters and jealous people bring no benefits. They bring nothing but destruction and chaos. So guys, just be blessed and take this message serious. And I really hope you have a blessed day. Take care.